sis, let me tell you. Hey, it's your sissies. You're listening to Sis Let Me Tell You podcast. We're your hosts.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Jazz.
AKA blow dry but not braided.
Uh-oh, Minnie. What happened, Minnie Mouse?
If you follow my personal Instagram, you saw me post a story from this weekend of me looking like a lost puppy, sitting outside on a bench, looking for who? My hair braider that did not respond and basically left me fucking hanging high and dry in San Antonio. I drove to San Antonio for my early ass appointment and she did not show up. No call, no show.
Not just a no call, no show. Confirmed the night before and moved the time up 2 hours.
Move the time up. My original time that I booked the appointment for was 11 because I did not want to get up at the booty crack of dawn. Mm-hmm. Well, she reached out and was like, is your appointment at 11? I was like, yeah. She's like, could you come any earlier than that? And I was like, how early, Miss Girl? I got to drive an hour. How early?
Right.
And she said, by 9 at the latest. And I said, yeah, I'll do that. Because she was going to mix my hair for me. I got 2 different colors. So I was like, at the very least, I'll give her that extra time if she needed to do that. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be there. I get my happy ass up. I drive. I get there right on time, mind you. And I'm reaching out like, hey, can't find your suite. Crickets. Then begins a several hour long battle of me trying to decide, did I just waste my time? Is she not coming? She didn't come.
I woke up
so
to
that was a nightmare.
Voice message, a panic voice message from Jess saying that she was so annoyed. This is the most frustrated she's been in a really long time and she don't know what to do.
Yeah. And I didn't know what to do. Continued to be a running theme. I mean, I was in desperation mode. I was walking every floor, talking to other staff that had other suites. Do you know where? I mean, an absolute shit show.
That was terrible.
It was terrible.
That was
finally
awful.
Made the decision to leave after 11, which was the time that I originally set my appointment for. I was like, if this bitch done forgot that she asked me to come earlier and she comes at 11, I'll still sit there with a smile and get my hair braided. So I waited. This. I need this. I waited. Nothing. I was calling her. I was sending her messages on Instagram. Nada. So I was like, oh my God. The silver lining of all of this was I got to see the entire solar eclipse. San Antonio had a good visibility. So I saw that. I took pictures of that. And then I got home, took the longest nap of my life.
Yeah.
And woke up to a message from my hair braider.
Apologizing.
Huge apologize. Yeah, I guess I didn't update the people on my story. So if you're listening to this is your update. She responded mid-afternoon. I'm talking about 4:30 p.m. And she was extremely apologetic. She was like, I've never done this before. I am so sorry. She gave me several different, repayment options
to remedy it.
Yeah, remedy it basically. She offered to give me back my deposit, which was only $25.
That's such a low deposit.
I'm fine with it.
Me too. That's great,
especially for shit like this. If she would have took off and ran with that $25, okay, I'm not crying about that.
Yeah,
I'm not. Okay, so then she also offered to pay my gas money to and from San Antonio. She also offered to come to me and charge me only half. That's what I chose. I'm like, no, I still need these braids done.
Yeah.
Bring your ass. And so she's coming tomorrow.
There you go. And if something goes wrong?
Bitch, we don't have an option. What do you mean? What do you even mean?
Just curious. Girl,
We're
can
not
you
gonna
speak
think
on
that
your
way.
voice? Because your voice is acting up.
Oh, it was trash last week as well.
Oh, yeah. It's because all that partying we did in those NY streets.
It's actually the best it's been in a while. So you guys are lucky.
It sounded sick. It's definitely sounded sick.
It sounds, yeah. I've been sounding like an absolute man.
Love that.
I'm congested.
Well, that's clear. So that's because you got the vid.
No, I don't. But I'm on the mend.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. Enough about me. What about you?
Girl, nothing. Ain't been doing shit. Ain't been talking about shit. Ain't done shit. We were supposed to go to like a pumpkin patch yesterday with some friends and me and the kids, of course. And we went outside to try to see the solar eclipse. Realized it was cold as hell and wet. And me and Pay looked at each other like, nah, we'll stay here. We'll stay in. And that's exactly what we did. And it was a dream. Knowing that we didn't have to record, so I didn't have to research yesterday.
That was
so I knew I had the whole day, which was just primo. And then knowing we don't have to go nowhere, we sat in the house. We watched Halloween movies. I mean, it was a dream. Yeah. And I got to sleep in yesterday. Ooh. Hallelujah. Ooh.
Yeah.
We'll be taking our anniversary trip within the next 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So like last year, don't act like y'all done got amnesia.
Like y'all done forgot.
Yeah, we won't have an episode that week. That's the only week where we have off from talking to y'all. So we'll remind you as it gets closer to, but it just came into my head because I'm thirsty. So if anybody has hookups with rental cars, hit us up. Because they about to ask for my firstborn. So.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's get started.
Okay.
Ooh. Spill it, sis.
Okay. 2 Chainz.
I love
this
2
month
Chainz.
on the 3rd. Wait. It's October 3rd. What movie is that?
Mean Girls.
Yeah, good job.
Thank
I was going to say,
you.
if you don't know it, I'm really going to be mad.
Thank
he asked
you.
me what day it was. I told him what day. It's October 3rd. Okay. On October 3rd, 2 Chainz gifted himself. It was, I don't know if October 3rd was his birthday or somewhere around there, but this was his birthday present to himself.
Okay.
A strip club in Atlanta called Candyland.
So he owns it?
Mm-hmm.
You fucking lying.
So that's
Great money, though.
when it opened, opening night. And guess who got on stage?
Him.
Janelle Monáe, aka my wifey.
You lying. What she was doing there?
Girl,
Still
I
on
guess
tour, maybe?
supporting. Girl, I don't know.
She should still be on tour.
Oh yeah, she probably is, but I don't know if she happened to just be in Atlanta that night, maybe for the tour, or if she was just like, I'm coming to support. I don't know. But
Jessica,
she
you got a
stage.
Google alert on Janelle Monáe. Go ahead and admit that.
I don't actually.
Because
No,
you be
I
seeing
don't.
everything that she be doing out here.
What I will do though is when I see her name, I'm clicking.
Okay.
But I do not have a Google alert on her.
Okay. That's what
Okay.
we think.
Now, if I had her phone number, now that would be not only a dream, but also I would have a lot more to spill.
Okay. So you're saying if you had her phone number, you'd be talking to her and stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
Sexcapades?
We'd be besties.
You think if she met you, she'd be like, let's ride?
Like ride in what way?
Like, let's go.
Like present day?
Yes.
No.
Okay. At one point, you feel like she would have? What point in your life was that? Paint us a picture.
I would have said young days.
Like,
young, free.
How young?
Maybe college.
Okay. I could see that.
You know, when I was an actual slore. She would have been like, yeah, you gonna be a good time. Let's go.
Let's ride. Okay. Got it. Oh, boy.
Well, you asked.
Yeah, I sure did. And that's what I get. So she got up on stage and what?
She got up on stage. She was dancing, but she was absolutely fully clothed.
Okay, because that's what I was.
She just got up there for fun. Because I watched the video. I was like, I need to see that she did what? No, she was fully clothed, but she was dancing. She was having a good time. Okay. And 2 Chainz posted her on Instagram. He said, "Please come work ATL Candyland at Janelle Monáe," and then he put a whole bunch of different emojis and
get out. I feel like that's a great business investment, especially if you're going to be there spending money on them strippers anyway.
Yeah.
And people are going to come just because it's your club.
And Atlanta is a really good city for that
strip
type
club
of business.
Of any type.
So good.
Correct.
Everybody wants to see a little ass. And
tits. And he knows exactly what we want to see.
And you may want to go just to happen to see him, maybe, if he's there that night or whatever. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, money's going to be flowing. And the stage that Janelle is dancing on, I mean, is covered in money. Covered.
Oh, I'm sure. And I bet them strippers are
fine.
Tip top.
Probably.
Tip top shape. It's been a really long time since I've been to a strip club.
Same.
But,
boy,
oh boy, when I did.
Oh, yeah.
We had a time last night. All right, well, this is something that I'm sure everybody either saw a headline about, read on, saw the interview. Jada Pinkett Smith. She did an interview. She's done multiple interviews. Let me start there. But she did an interview with NBC. I watched it on Peacock.
You watched the interview.
I watched the interview, Miss Girl. Now, did it turn out to be a little bit of waste of my time? Yeah, a little bit. Because some of the headlines that I was seeing of things that she said were not in this interview. She's doing multiple interviews because she's promoting her memoir, which is... Right. Did I say that wrong again? Memoir?
It's memoir, but you said it closer this time than last time.
Great. Memoir.
Passable.
Thank you. And it's titled Worthy. So she's doing this, she's shopping this book around, basically. Now, I feel like she's doing these interviews, which are great because it's like, oh, you did what? Oh, you and Will what? But it's like, dang, you giving a little too much information. I don't feel like I need to read the book. She's already told me in this interview. And then she's giving different details in different interviews. So it's like, girl, I don't even need to read this funky ass book. But you know what I thought about though? It'd be cute to have her book and Will's book. Read them both and see how they kind of compare. See who lying, who not. Now, I do think that his book was a little more, 'cause I'm happy. And hers is more like down and dirty. Like she's giving real raw details, but that's who she is. Red Table Talk.
I agree. She just loves to spill beans anyway for some fucking reason. But I didn't know because I didn't finish Will's book. But in his book, he mentioned how they were separated already. Did you not see that?
No.
Okay. Well, people were basically saying like, why are y'all shocked about this? If you would have actually read Will's book, you would have known they were already separated.
So she said, let me try it again. His book didn't do what it was supposed to do. Let me try
So basically, most of the world who bought the book did not finish it, us included. And so that's why we were shocked.
It is literally, I can see it. It's sitting on our dresser in our bedroom.
I definitely started mine.
I've
gotten pretty far. I'm not halfway, but I got pretty far.
Good for you, Miss Mamas. Are you going to finish it?
Yeah, eventually.
Okay, that's good for you, sweetie.
Jada is about to be categorized for me along with Krishan Rock, Blueface, and what's the nasty rapper? Spitting in mouths.
Oh, Kevin Gates. I thought you was talking about
Kevin Gates.
Sexy Red. Okay. Sexy Red is in that category for me too as well. She's pregnant, by the way. Who's gonna slide up in that cooch raw? I guarantee she stinks. She looks dirty.
Jasmine, stop! You're bogarting. Jada's about to be in that category for me. Everything I'm learning about her now is unwanted. I didn't ask for any of this. It's against my will. I don't want it.
I saw a video on Instagram I think it was Instagram, of an old girl from Insecure. What's her name?
Which one?
The one that nobody likes in real life.
Oh, Amanda Seales?
Yes, Amanda Seales. She was talking about
her.
No, but nobody on the cast got along with her.
Oh, okay.
But she was saying this exact thing. She was like, I just stop talking. Everything I know about y'all at this point is against my will. Will Smith.
That's his name.
I know, it's funny. But okay, well, to get to the point, I do not mind them as a couple, as singles, as individuals. I do not mind them. I actually like Jada.
I like Jada, but she's telling me too much of her business. Like somebody else said, take me out the group chat. I don't want to hear any more about this.
Well, this is the thing though. She's shopping a book about her life. And so in order to get people interested in reading that book, we are all talking about it. So now some of our listeners that didn't know that she had a memoir coming out called Worthy, they finna go pick up that book because they want to read about all this shit she talking about and then some.
Well, but that's the thing. If you choose to read her memoir, that is something you've chosen to do, to know her, all the ins and outs of what she wanted to share with you. I didn't ask to know any of this, but she's telling me, she's forcing it down my throat, and I don't want
media.
it. I'm gagging.
That's the point. They're advertising it, and you see it whether you want to see it or not. So
she's telling what sounds to be the whole story.
She did give a lot of information. I watched that full episode, or that full interview. I also watched the interview with, who else was that? I know she did an interview with people, which I did not see, but I did see like little pieces, like quotes and stuff from it. Can't think of the other one I watched. Maybe it was on YouTube, but it was for somebody. It may have been people, bitch. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing though, because I was like, I'm hearing the same shit. Okay, but let me just touch on what she talked about. The girl, I started taking notes thinking it was going to be down and dirty. And then I realized once I got to the end, like, this is all she kind of already
That's
knew.
trash. Okay,
and it didn't get to where all the headlines I was seeing. So I had to look those up separately. Okay, well, the interview started with the Will Smith slap. And then it kind of slipped into, it was just like almost like an attention grabber. Like everybody knows about this Will Smith slap. So let's bring that up. We're not going to go into great detail. And then we'll slide into her life. And so she talked about how she grew up. Both her parents were addicted to drugs. She sold crack cocaine. She went to a performing arts high school. That's where she met Tupac. Okay. She got her first acting break on A Different World.
Okay.
Then she talked about having suicidal thoughts at the age of 40. She said, she mentioned something about at the age of 40 is when it like really hit her. She felt like she was a burden, didn't need to be here. And she tried this. Okay, so when she talked about the suicide, she said that she made a plan to make her suicide look like an accident so that nobody knew that it was a suicide. Like she had the plan in place. She was ready.
Oh shit.
Then she found this psychedelic tea that she tried and it helped her. She said it cleared it right up.
What's
psychedelic tea.
Mm-hmm. What's the name?
But you know, when people have money, they have access and they're able and willing to try things that regular people may not be willing to try.
I want to try it.
Bitch. Shut up. You have
tried psychedelic tea. I want to try psychedelic tea.
I'm sure if you do it in small doses, it's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind trying like some shrooms and stuff. We talked about that, microdosing and shit.
Yeah.
Let's do that for the anniversary trip. Let's look into that. Okay. This is our last hoorah.
You know I'm fucking game.
We got to do it all.
I don't care if I'm sober this whole trip.
Yeah, right. What else she talked about in 2016 is when they separated. Will and Jada separated. They have been living complete separate lives. They're not legally separated or divorced, but they are living two completely separate lives. And I think it's just, I'm sure it has a lot to do with their family. Their kids are not small anymore though, but he was divorced and he never wanted to divorce again. I understand that. And then doing it in the public eye. there's already so many like thoughts about them as a couple anyway. So they're probably like, well, I'm not trying to marry again.
But now you're telling us that you're separated, so you might as well just go ahead. The thoughts are already out there.
The thoughts are out there now, and she's like, well, just another money maker for me, so I guess I'll tell it all. I got to tell them something they don't already know. They didn't read Will's books, so let me try.
They sure didn't.
Living separate lives. Okay, so they were living separate lives during that August Alsina situation, which makes complete sense. He was embarrassed because it came out, but she didn't do him wrong. And then in another interview, he came out. This was totally separate from this, but I saw a clip of it, and he was saying that she's never cheated on him or stepped outside of their marriage. Never. He said we are very open, and we talk about everything. Yeah,
everything they do is agreed upon. I don't understand how people are so confused about that.
I don't either, and I don't know why people have issues with it.
Because they want to emasculate Will. That's all.
Well, they think that she's emasculating him.
Well, but they want to basically also do the same, like, yo, simp ass, that type of.
Stephen A. Smith, the sports commentator. What's his actual title, bitch? I don't know. He has
I don't know
the first take. You don't know Stephen A. Smith, the black guy who rambles, talks?
No.
Really?
You said he's a sports guy?
Yeah. He has a show, First Take, with that white guy. What's his name? You about to make me look it up to make sure. I'm sure he's black.
Stephen A. Smith?
Stephen A. Smith, yes. Let me show you a picture of him.
I don't know him. Okay.
Oh, says James will be so.
I was also thinking, do we even think that they'll ever get like seriously back together? Oh yeah, I know him. I don't like him. I didn't know
care
his name.
About him.
I wouldn't have been able to pick his name out of a lineup.
He talks about stuff, and it's like, did we even ask you? Do we care about your opinion on this? This ain't sports related, but maybe people that watch him actually do care. So, but he basically thinks that she is emasculating Will. He came out and said that. I saw that too. I was like, okay. Were you about to say something?
Yes. The question was, do we think that they'll actually truly get back together at any point?
That was also mentioned in the interview. With Jada. Yep. She said that he's going to be old soon. He's going to be old and he's going to need somebody to take care of him. And she was like, and I'm going to be right here. That's what she said. So it doesn't sound like even after this that they're not planning on getting a divorce, that they're just not together. They live you know how some people live in separate rooms, they sleep in separate rooms, have their own separate rooms in their houses and stuff. Yeah, it's just like whatever works for y'all. Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
And they may come back together.
Okay, that would be interesting to know. Did you see that she also said, it was so many headlines, that she also said that Chris Rock tried to ask her out?
That's also in the book, but that makes sense because of how he kept talking about her.
He can't, but we already knew this. It's like, go ahead and say that you're obsessed with her.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's what it's giving.
It didn't make any sense. Why do you keep bringing her up unprompted? Yes, no one's bringing her up to you.
No. It made total sense. And what was the other thing? I wrote it down. So during that Chris Rock slap, they were also not together. And he called her up and asked, like, do you want to go to the Oscars with me? And so she ended up going, and they put on this united front. And then he mentioned something wife. When she heard him say, keep my wife's name out your mouth, she like jolted, like, oh shit, I am still his wife. That's how far removed they are in this. And then she also said that she didn't know that he actually slapped him. She thought it was a skit at first, until he turned around and she saw his face, because she said there had been a lot of like crowd interaction during this, so she thought maybe he just didn't tell me he was going up there to do this skit. And then she realized, but then she still didn't know that he actually made contact until there was like a break, and people were like, his publicist came to them during some break during the Oscars and was like, Chris has left and he has chosen not to press charges. And she was like, press charges for what? And he was like, because Will put his hands on him. She said, assaulted him, you put your hands on him? And he was like, yeah. So she didn't even realize. So she kind of laughed. They caught, like, footage of her laughing during the Chris Rock slap, but she didn't realize what was going on. She thought it was a skit. Anywho, there were some other headlines that I saw about Tupac being like, she thought that they were like in a past life, lovers in a past life, something like that. But basically she was explaining that Tupac, she felt like he was like her soulmate. They didn't have the chemistry that you would think they would have, like a sexual chemistry, but it was more of a friendship chemistry. They tried kissing. It felt weird. It didn't feel right. He asked her to marry him. But it was more of a
girl while he was in prison. Don't forget that part.
Oh, oops. Well, you know, I love you, mama. I love you. B.O.B. hold it down. You know, yeah. So there was no chemistry between them, but they still felt tied. Soul ties is crazy. She said, and she didn't say that she felt like they were lovers in a past life. She said, and I quote, if there were, girl, my handwriting, something, if there were something.
What? You wrote it and you can't read it?
It's so bad. If there was a such thing as past lives, she thinks they traveled a few together. I get that. So it's like a connection that you really can't
like
explain.
you're close, like you've known each other forever. Type of
Correct.
Thing. That makes sense. Yeah,
correct. Now, during the People interview, she said that Pac suffered from alopecia, but he just didn't make it public.
Yes,
and that after his he got beat up by the police in 91. That's when his alopecia started to kind of show up, and she said his was more extreme than hers, but he didn't want to talk about it, and it was kind of a part of his look too, him being bald, you know, the handkerchief.
Who would have known?
Yeah, exactly.
Plus he's a guy, so that's also easier to camouflage. Like, no, I'm bald by choice. So yeah. Okay, Travis Scott. You know, he is on his Utopia tour.
Yes.
So the first night was in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Then the second night was in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay. That's close.
Well,
That's close. Why not just have one in North Carolina?
Well, the state's still pretty big. Okay. I mean, you wouldn't. I mean, that could be the same for Texas. They have some shows being all four major cities.
Is Texas the same size as North Carolina?
I mean, as far as how close the cities are, yeah.
You know this for a fact, or?
I mean, I'm pretty certain about that.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to look it up while you talk.
Go for it. Anywho, so the second night, like I said, was in Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, when he put the tickets on sale in September, Raleigh sold out quick.
Oh.
So then they were like, oh, we're going to add another show. Back-to-back shows in Raleigh.
Oh, okay.
And that one sold quickly also to Swatami Inn.
Damn.
So yeah, now you doing all that talking about
my words.
Okay. Enough. Yeah, eat your words up. So basically,
that new album did too well. I mean,
correct. Yeah. So the first two shows, slam dunk. Charlotte, first night of Raleigh, absolute slam dunk. So everybody coming to the second Raleigh show were hyped the fuck up. Okay. Well,
sound?
No. Mere hours before the show was to begin, they canceled the show and said that it was going to be postponed. So I'm assuming the people that bought tickets got an email or of some sort, but then was also posted on the doors of the venue.
Okay.
Like like posted on the thing, but you're already there at that point. So what? The sign said, it was a message. It said, tonight's Travis Scott concert at PNC Arena has been postponed. Fans are encouraged to hold on to their tickets as they will be honored for the TBD new date. We apologize for Any inconvenience. Thank you.
Okay. No reason behind it?
No reason given. Not a single reason was given.
And it was sold out.
Now, there were people that were absolutely pissed.
Oh, I'm sure.
This one girl posted on TikTok that she drove 5.5 hours to come to this fucking show. It was it was her and three of her friends. So you drove 5.5 hours. You don't find out till you damn near there, or maybe already there.
Yeah, because you came the night before, probably.
Well, I don't know about that. It didn't say. I mean, one thing I would hope is that she got a hotel, because you weren't going to do 11 hours plus a concert in one day. Yeah. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't think that was your plan.
Right.
So hopefully she had a hotel. Otherwise, she was going to have to hit that road right back.
That sounds my money
awful.
What if I don't have the money to come back after it's been, rescheduled? I'm here now. I can't repocket this money.
And that's the thing. And I'm sure at that point you could just ask for a refund, but you still wasted with no concert. You wasted the drive.
I wouldn't have come to Raleigh for funsies. You said one's in Raleigh and the other's where? In Charlotte?
I can't believe you're still looking this up, sis.
Well, I was looking at the map, like, I don't remember which city she fucking said. So I'm waiting till you got to a stopping point so I could then ask.
Okay.
Now, I will say that Austin and Houston, San Antonio's close to, and Dallas. Okay, yeah, you're right. But Texas is way bigger, though.
Correct. But what I'm saying is, if they wanted to have, a show in Austin, because we're the central part, everybody could come to us if you want to be honest. Mm. I mean, then they could be like one and done, bye, or have a couple shows in Austin or something like that. But they don't. They have shows in every city most times. It is what it is.
Mm. The bottom of let me stop. Looking at the map. It looks like a chicken foot.
The bottom of what? Texas or Florida?
No, not Texas. Mexico City. How it's reaching and then touching South America, it looks like a chicken feet. And it's funny because I literally just saw chicken feet in the grocery store today, so it's making me like I'm having real flashbacks here. Yeah, I showed Peg. He was like, "People eat those?" I was like, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm. Did you see the video of that black guy sucking on some chicken toes?
No, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting.
Anywho. Okay, so they canceled it. That's crazy. Did all that for nothing?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason.
And gave zero reason. That's what's blowing me. I need a reason. You were just here, so what happened?
Right. You just disappeared. Did you get COVID? Did you decide, I want to go home?
I want to go.
Beyonce didn't cancel none of her concerts.
Not a single one.
Let me just put that there.
Not a single one.
Nope.
Correct.
So, just saying. Okay, had you seen anything about these oysters on the internet? What? Great. This will be good for you. I'm sure you guys saw this. Or at least saw memes about 48 oysters, raw oysters. This girl on TikTok, her name on TikTok, in case y'all want to go and look, I'm sure the video's still up, is Equana. It's got 3 E's on the end. Equana. She posted a video of she was on a date with some guy that she claimed had been, blowing her up, trying to get her to go out. And this night she didn't have nothing to do. And they were going to meet at this oyster restaurant in Atlanta that she really likes. And this night they had maybe happy hour of some sort. So you can get a dozen raw oysters for $15.
Okay.
So she's waiting on him to come, and she goes ahead and orders a dozen oysters, slurping them bitches back. And she's recording this entire experience for us.
While she's on the date?
Yeah. Which I found that to be odd as well.
Okay.
In the TikTok video I saw, you never saw him, which kind of made me think, was this even a date? We'll get there.
Okay.
She posted, she ordered her dozen. She orders a second dozen of raw oysters and begins to slurp them bitches back as well. She orders a third dozen, sis. And it's not like you just see them they're bringing the oysters over and they're setting it on the old thing so you can see them stacking up so you know how many she's had so far.
Okay.
By the end of this, she slurped back 48 raw oysters by herself. 4 dozen. My stomach hurts.
Yeah. It's sloshing around in there.
Then you would think she was done. This bitch decided to order food as well.
You fucking lying.
I'm not.
What did she order?
She ordered like crab cakes and something else.
And she ate it?
Yes. 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 Okay, so I guess, she ordered crab cakes and steamed red potatoes. Okay. So I guess at some point her date showed up during the date. He came, he ordered a drink, said he had to go to the bathroom, bitch, cut out. He was like, I'm out of here. This is too much.
That bill's too high.
She ended up saying on the video, running on a tab is crazy. She texted that to him. She texted him, running out on the tab is crazy. And he actually responded, bitch. I probably would just ghost her ass. He said, I offered to take you out for drinks and you ordered all that food. I can cash app the total for the drinks. Because he said, I said I was going to come and pay for your drinks. And you decided to shell out all of this. She showed the bill. She showed the tip that she left. So let me go in on this as well.
Okay.
Her bill came out to be $184, almost $85. She tipped $11.
Huh?
Yeah. And had the nerve to put it down in cash. Cold, hard cash. And she's recording all of this. She showed the bill. She showed how much she tipped.
She should be ashamed for only tipping $11.
$11? Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
She tipped $11.
It's an almost $200 bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the math on that?
20%. That's $40. 10% would be 20.
No. What percentage is what she left?
Oh. On 200, 10% would, what did I say? 10% would be 20.
20.
And she left almost 10. So she left 5%.
But it wasn't really because it was 185.
Yeah, you're right. Girl, let me do the math. I got a calculator
That's
right
what
here.
I was hoping you'd
right
say.
here.
Because I can't. I won't.
You won't do math?
Right.
185
I won't do it right.
times, let's do 0.5%. 0.5% would have been $925 on 185. So she tipped less than 10%.
About 6%.
Yeah, about 6%.
That's
all
trash.
that food, and it's on sale. So the quality is still there. You're getting it for a cheaper price than you had the nerve not to tip.
Jasmine, her not tipping not even 15%.
Bitch, but recording it and not thinking twice about it. She didn't come. I guess she came with the funds because she paid for the whole meal, but
God, dog.
She could
have stopped 3 trays ago.
The answer is no, sis. And the reason why I thought,
okay,
before she had texted him, I thought, nobody's there with her. She showed an empty, like not an empty glass, but it was a glass of wine that he walked out on. And she was like, all I got here is his empty glass, basically, the drink that he left. But then her showing the text messages where he left her ass. So.
I mean, honestly, I would never tell a woman to like eat less because she's on a date. That's trash. She took that literally. She said, I'm going to eat until I can't eat no more. But I would say if you're like really going what seems to me as overboard as far as what you're ordering, I would have said, don't worry about it. I'm paying for this myself, or I'm splitting this with you, or something like to reassure, because he's counting this up in his mind like 4 trays times like.
Yeah.
even if he's got it, does he want to spend it on you tonight?
Right.
He don't even know if he's going to get laid or not.
Well, at that point, you're taking advantage. And that's the main issue. You're doing this on purpose because you know somebody else is footing the bill. You wouldn't be doing this if it were just you. You're taking advantage. And you're doing too much. 48 oysters.
That's
hormones are off the charts.
I'm nauseated.
They're raw, sis.
Raw, sliding down your throat, slippery. No.
I had oysters in New York, and they were actually good. They had an earthy taste, which I liked.
But they were cooked.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't. Not the ones that
I asked her if they were cooked.
No, they were somewhere else, and we were going to go there, but we ended up not going.
Okay. Well,
but the ones that we had were not cooked. But they were good. I hadn't had oysters in a long time, but it surprised me.
Look it up. Oysters Rockefeller. That's what they were.
Mm-mm. I know what oysters Rockefeller are.
I thought that's what she said it was.
Why are you making crazy? Me look up everything.
You know what? That's another thing. That reminds me of something else.
What?
That I saw online. It was another debate about a date.
Okay.
You may have heard about this. A girl was taken to the Cheesecake Factory on a first date.
Oh, I saw
and she was pissed
about Cheesecake Factory. But
I don't even think she got out the car.
Oh, I did see this then, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, well, she basically was like, "You would take a girl like me to a place like this?" And he was like, "I mean, yeah, we here, bitch. Right. This is not a joke."
Right.
And she would not get out of the car. So I don't think they actually went in I think the date stopped there. But a lot of people were talking about, would you have gotten out to go eat at the Cheesecake Factory for a first date? And why does she feel like, that was just beneath her?
Right.
What are your thoughts?
Well, first, let me show you what oysters Rockefeller look like. You could tell they're cooked on top. Ours was not. Ours had green, like sage or something on top.
Yes, I can't really see it that way. But
well, it's brown. Like you can tell it's cooked. Ours was not cooked. Anywho,
you don't remember what I said?
Cheesecake Factory. Thank you. You said, "What are my thoughts?" Bitch, get your big ass out this car and either eat with me or walk home. I'm over it. I understand, like, I don't know. It's just the entitlement and the... Let me stop. I'm like, because these women sitting up here single as a dollar fucking bill.
Well, I mean, I guess they're trying to convey, I have a standard. I don't know.
There's better ways to do that.
Agreed. I feel like, am I happy-go-lucky to go to Cheesecake Factory to eat? No. But if someone is taking me on a first date, I would happily go.
Yes.
Because you're only going somewhere, one, to get some food in you so you're not thinking about how hungry you are the whole time. And then two, you're just trying to get to know each other.
Correct.
So if things go well, you could tell them for next time, hey, I actually have a spot I would like us to go to. This is my favorite restaurant or something like that. Like, he don't know anything about you to know that cheesecake is a bad move.
And some people like certain restaurants and other people's don't. So Cheesecake Factory is like right there. It's mid. It's like right there. You can get whatever you want. There's pasta, there's salads, there's sandwiches.
Menu.
So it's kind of like, and then we can also have dessert, and it could be a cute memory. And then next time you could say, actually, if you like Cheesecake Factory, let me take you to, like you said, let me take you to a place that I really like. These are the type of restaurants I typically go to. And he'll start to learn, like, oh, she don't do Cheesecake Factory. A chain.
Like, but why are you
terrible.
why are you putting up this huge roadblock that isn't even that serious?
And what if he was testing you, bitch? What if this nigga got hella money?
She wasn't the one, I guess.
And he was testing you and you failed, flopped.
Big flop.
Yeah.
To me, that is similar to, not saying that they're on the same caliber, but to me, that I would classify BJ's in that same category.
Yes.
Are you going to BJ's in a ball gown? No. Do you have to make reservations? No. You just walk in and you're going to be next to a family.
Yeah.
But the menu is so big, you're going to find something that you like.
Yeah.
And then keys. Like, it's just, to me, that would be a perfect first date spot.
Yeah. It's easy.
You're gonna find something you like.
Correct.
Yeah, there's drinks, there's desserts. Like, you're gonna be full and pleased.
And
But
not
you're
everybody
gonna break
likes
the bank.
eating at places that are kind of ritzy. Some people just don't.
do.
Even if they have the money to pay for it, they don't like that type of food. They just don't.
Yeah.
So,
And you can still save those types of places for your friends. Where your friends at?
or for future days,
Does it have
once you
to be
get to
a
know her.
date?
Yeah.
That too.
Girl. It's just, it's like people are trying to put on like this facade that they're better than, or no, I deserve, and it's fine if you feel like this is a little, it shouldn't be beneath you. He didn't take you to McDonald's, bitch. He took you to a sit down restaurant that you've absolutely been to before with your family and probably your ex, bitch. And you should have went on in there, and
That's why she didn't want to go. She was triggered.
well, say
That's when
that
her
then.
ex broke up
I'm
with her.
triggered. I cannot go here. My ex works here,
Ooh.
and I used to work here. I got fired from here.
I still work here.
I still work here, and I'm off, and I don't want to go in my job. Exactly. Yeah, that's terrible. I did see something about it. There was a tweet like, I would hate to be dating in this day and age.
This year.
All you see is 48 oysters and somebody refusing to get out of the car on a date because they don't like the restaurant you picked. Yeah, terrible.
That does seem pretty hard.
Yeah.
Anywho, this will make you laugh.
I can't wait to laugh so hard.
Okay.
Oh, I'm ready. Practicing. Go ahead.
How do I get out of this? Let me out. Okay. Cardi B's 31st birthday was on the 11th.
She's only 31. God damn.
Yes.
Oh Lord. Okay.
We're old as fuck.
Yeah, we are.
That's how it feels. Anywho, she just had a birthday. And you know how her and Offset go absolutely hamburger.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, that actually is going to play into the future of this. That was not intentional.
Wow.
For as far as birthday gifts for each other.
Okay. They have hamburger at the party. No. Okay. Go ahead.
So he did what he needed to do. Okay. So he got her 3 purses.
Oh, I think I saw something on this.
Okay. They were all Hermes
Birkins.
Birkins, because that's clearly what she liked. Didn't somebody say those are going out of style? Okay.
Yeah,
No.
somebody said they're like no more.
Who said that?
I think you brought that to the table, and I was like, no, that's not true, because you brought it to the table like somebody said it or something, and then I was like, no, it's an investment. Like, people will keep their
That
Birkin
was
bags
something separate. I don't remember what I said at that time, but I remember that occurring. But I felt like someone, maybe in the fashion industry, saying that
I think
Birkins
so.
were going out of stock. Okay, I don't know.
But they're still going to be worth money, though, because people do buy them as investments.
I think it's because they've become so popular that it's like, okay, they're not even cool anymore.
Yeah, true. The black people have gotten hold of it. The blacks.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the bags was a hot pink, yuck, gag, crocodile Kelly bag.
It's one of the little ones, I think.
Okay, I don't know. Well, one that was similar sold on First Dibs for $92,000. So one similar to hers. Another bag.
Yeah, they're little.
Okay. The second bag that she opened is an extremely rare Faubourg. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, Birkin. It's often called House Birkin, and it is modeled after the Hermes Paris storefront. I'm not even gonna try and read that street name.
Sis.
Huh? It's ugly.
I'm not looking at that one. I looked up the Kelly to make sure it was little.
Oh, okay.
And now that I'm looking at this picture, it don't look that little. Anywho, why the fuck does Walmart have an Hermes Kelly bag on here for $25,000?
You fucking lying.
Walmart.
You fucking
It says out of stock.
Of course it is.
Well, they got hella bags on here. Authentically used. Oh, it's used pre-owned. Now Walmart getting into the used bag like
Why
eBay.
would I even care to sell it to Walmart?
Like
They're not going to be the
eBay.
highest bidder. Never.
They may.
They're
got
not.
more money than anybody else.
Their clientele can't take the hit.
Sis, this is funny. What? Walmart? I got my Birkin from Wally World.
I wouldn't even tell anybody that.
Who knew? You know what that reminds me of?
Bitch, not you. Go ahead. What?
I'm not changing the subject. It was just a quick.
Okay.
It reminds me of Wayfair. You got just what I need. And them selling bodies on their website.
That scandal that they clearly disproved, but I still hold against them. I will never order from them again. No.
Did they disprove it?
No. Mm-hmm. Long time ago.
I don't ever remember seeing anything. I didn't think that they even confronted it.
It was definitely disproved.
How?
Girl, I don't know. I can't even think to get into it.
Okay.
We'll look into it later.
Okay.
Anywho, bitch. Okay,
ain't
so
never
the
getting the
second
drive-by.
bag. Huh?
We ain't never getting a drive-by. Go ahead.
Well, we're trying.
It's my fault.
The second bag is the extremely rare Faubourg Birkin, which is often called the House Birkin. And it looks like the Hermes Paris storefront.
Oh.
Why would you want that? Okay, well, one of those purses is currently listed on First Dibs at $298,975.
That's a house.
It is legit. It's purse is a house, and that's also the price you could pay for a literal house. Correct. And when she opened that one, she said, "My favorite," and she said, "I don't even think I'm ready to see the other one." The third and final. He told her to take a shot before she opened the third one. That's cute. Anywho, the third one was a glossy gold-colored crocodile Birkin.
Oh, I bet that looks good.
Definitely looks better than the other two for me. And that one, a similar version was sold at an auction in 2020 for $72,000. So the grand total for all three purses was $462,975. So her birthday gift was almost half a million dollars.
And then this party.
Correct. So I saw a picture of all the bags. Girl, I don't know where it's at now. Oh, I think it's gonna be in this. Yeah, I have it now.
She'll post it.
So the goldish one almost kind of reads more of like a tan, but it has kind of like flecks in it, so it does kind of look like kind of a goldish tan. The hot pink you can absolutely miss me with. I can't stand it, hate it. And the house one also looks stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's just me personally. If y'all like it, I love it. Well,
No.
two of the bags were crocodile.
Oh.
So you know who has something to say about that? PETA! Okay, so they were so mad
Oh, duh.
about this that they commented about it.
Uh-oh. And what Cardi say? Shut up.
I don't think she said anything.
Well, okay. Nobody responds to PETA. Nobody. They are the most ignored.
Because at this point, you're a joke.
They're the most ignored.
Yeah.
A nuisance.
A big old nuisance. And usually they're talking kind of like incorrectly. So it's just like, what?
Okay.
The vice president of PETA, her name is Lisa Lange. It says she fired off a scathing statement to the couple. What she said was, instead of using his wealth and influence for good, Offset chose to funnel hundreds of thousands of dollars into a gruesome, violent industry that electroshocks crocodiles, shoves metal rods into their head in an attempt to scramble their brains, and mutilates them while they're still alive. That was what she said.
Yikes.
Then she also added, Peter reminds everyone that people who still spend their money on a closet full of dead animals' body parts either are clueless or simply don't care about the extreme cruelty they're perpetuating. It's just not worth it.
I mean, I hear what she's saying.
I hear what she's saying too.
She's talking to the wrong people, though.
Correct. Is anyone going to read that and be like, you know what, you're right, I'm not going to buy anything else?
Instead, go talk to Hermes. They're creating them. Damn, they're already dead at this point. I'm buying it.
Dead and gone. Dead and gone.
Dead and gone.
Also,
dead and gone.
I don't know about them, but for me personally, if there's no crocodiles left, I'm okay with that. Like, crocodiles are never going to be on my save list.
I don't really have an attachment to them, but I mean,
bingo.
Who's going to shell out that type of cash for something that is not real? Like real leather or real animal skin of some sort. I'm not paying for leather. They're not going to get as much money for it. It's not going to be worth as much.
Correct. For me, crocodiles, I would say that they're probably overpopulated. I wouldn't beg to differ there. And they killing folks left and right. You know,
that girl with her
bye. You got to go see ya. You know, it's like I'm good on that.
Okay, girl, let's get to these drive-by.
Okay,
we'll go quick on them. Dead and gone, dead and gone.
Oh, it's me.
Oh.
Okay, this is just a stat more than anything, and it is quick.
Oh, okay. Let me cue up my next then, little girl.
Yeah, get ready. Cause here I come.
Ready or not.
So this is a stat for the Renaissance girlies.
Oh, okay.
Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour officially grossed $592.4 million across 56 shows, making it the highest grossing female tour in history.
Oh my God. She showed up to Taylor Swift's little movie premiere thing.
I just, whenever I see Tay, I'm moving on. I don't even read it. I don't care. I don't care about nothing she doing. Not a single thing.
Like, oh God, who cares?
Don't care.
They're making a movie about her. Don't care.
It's kind of like the same thing that Beyonce's doing, like with her tour dates and stuff. They just compile it into a movie. I think that's what it is.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Also, don't care.
Same.
Okay, well, I'm sure you guys saw this. Carly Russell. You know,
I avoided it, so I don't know about it.
Great. Well, she admitted to faking her own kidnapping in Alabama, and she was found guilty. She was sentenced a year in jail. She's got to pay like $18,000.
Damn. That's what's going to hurt.
Yeah. The money gone. And hopefully she checks herself into a mental institution.
She definitely needs some help, and she needs to talk to someone, because it was such a reach to try and get this attention.
Correct.
She needs some help for sure.
Yep. Although she pleaded not guilty, so that's kind of weird. And then I guess she was
think maybe
I'm not going to win.
She talked to her lawyers or something, and they were just like, "Girl, come off of it."
No problem.
This is another headline.
Okay.
So this will also be very quick.
Okay. I can hear the baby.
I heard her too.
Okay.
This woman was newly hired as the Las Vegas Raiders team president. It's a black woman. Her name is Sandra Douglas Morgan, and she is the first ever black woman to be the president of an NFL team.
Whoa.
So that's excellent.
That is cool.
Right?
That just made me think to go look at what one of our listeners sent us.
Oh, okay.
It was about somebody owning something. Somebody being... Shaq and Allen Iverson named as president and vice president of Reebok's basketball division. I didn't...
Girl, yeah, I saw that.
I saw it, but I didn't read into it.
Okay, I didn't include it because I was like, one, I don't fucking like Reebok. Like, their shoes, I'm not a fan. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I'm happy for y'all. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, I don't care that much.
Well, it was the division. They're creating a division. And that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah.
Extremely. I hope what they come up with is cool. But Shaq doesn't have the best taste in shoes. Okay.
It's not shoes. It's a basketball division.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I figured you were not connected.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a basketball division. But Reebok is the...
Okay, I got you. Mm-hmm. I got you. Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
Okay. Joe Budden. This is an update from last week.
Okay.
You know, when Drake cutie.
Well, then should I go first? Because mine is not an update. I didn't see that yours was an update.
Oh, I thought you were just going to throw that in at the end. But go ahead. Yeah.
Well, why end on a sad note?
Oh, girl, you didn't want to put it last. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I'm not like too sad, but Rudolph Isley from the Isley Brothers, he just died. He was 84. And they're not certain of his cause of death just yet. It's unclear right now, but they think that he suffered a heart attack.
Oh, dang. Suzanne Summer died too. From Three's Company. Suzanne Summers. SOMERS. Yeah. The blonde. Here, you know who she is. Suzanne Summers. Yeah.
Oh, no.
She passed. She was only 70-something, though.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Okay, back to the update. Joe Budden. We read how, Drake went in on him about his thoughts on his new album, For All the Dogs. Okay, well, it sounds as though Drake did not stop at publicly messaging Joe. He also sent him DMs. He sent him multiple DMs, and he also sent him like a voice message. And
oh no,
from what I read, I didn't listen to the episode this time. I was like, I ain't got the time. But from what it sounds like, Joe didn't even listen to the voice message. He was like, nah. He said, I'm all about like protecting my peace. Protecting my energy. Okay, this is what he said. If I was one of these clout chasing ass niggas, that's exactly what I would do. That's exactly what I would come in here and do. But I'm too at my core and my soul. Protecting energy is a thing. Y'all don't talk to me when I say favorable things any other time. Don't fucking talk to me now.
Ooh. The thing is, what more does Drake have to even say? He literally laid it all out on the floor with that long ass message. What more do you have?
I mean, he read the messages verbatim on the episode. I saw that clip and I was like, ooh. And I don't know. I feel like personal messages are supposed to be just that. But he also hung your ass out to dry 5 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. So it's like, well, then who cares? But he also skimmed over. He was reading it. He was like, oh, wait, that's personal. Okay. And then went back to reading. So he didn't just like flat out disrespect him. But he was also saying like, I don't care. I do not care. Mm-hmm. Like he came for me. Okay. So there's that. Any apologies given? No. The answer is no.
It's still alive and well. The hatred.
It sounds like Drake may have been reaching out to him personally. Like he was mad. And then I'm going to let you know in your DMs that I'm also mad. But hopefully we can make things right in this message. Now, whether they made things right, I don't know. All right. You ready to switch it up? We went through them quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick. Look at us. We're big girls.
Mm-hmm.
Switch
Ketchup.
Oh, child. You aight, sis?
Okay, so this week we're doing ISIS? Embarrassing moments.
I think we should only do one apiece.
Okay. You want to go first?
No.
Why?
No. I'd like for you to go first.
Which one I'm going to do?
Okay, well then I'll go first.
Okay.
Y'all know I don't get embarrassed that often. I literally thought of this one on a whim today, and I was like, oh. And then I was thinking, as I was thinking about it, like, have I not told this before? But it's not on my list, so I'm going to roll with it. It's not on my list like I've previously told y'all about this. Well, I was in college, and I worked in an office, and I was really close with my boss at the time. And we were talking. She was sitting at her desk, and she was turned around facing me, sitting in her chair, and we were both behind her desk. I was kneeling down in a file cabinet looking for something, but we were also talking shit. And so I had her full attention. She's looking at me. She's talking to me. It's silent. We're working in an office. I was kneeled down in a way that, like, my... you know what's coming? Have I told you this before? I'm sure I have. Okay, so you know what I'm about to say. I'm kneeling down to where, like, my feet are flat on the ground and my knees are up here. So my stomach and my knees are, like, touching. In other words, booty hole is wide open. So as we're talking, a poot slips out and it is audible. And I'm the one talking. So her attention's on me. Ears are open. I poot. I paused for a second and then I kept going with the conversation.
Bitch, what else do you do?
I did not address the poot and neither did she. She didn't laugh. She didn't go like, I know she heard that poot. It was clear as day. I was like, I can't believe I just did that. And didn't even address it. Kept it moving. So then I was like, what if it stinks? You know, and I'm sitting here at her desk in her space. I kept it moving. I avoided her that day. Like the rest of the day, I didn't really do too much over at her desk or anything. That was embarrassing. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Yeah. But it was audible. It wasn't juicy. Happened. It was just like a dry poop.
Yeah, a dry poop, but it was loud. That's happened to me before where I've accidentally, of course, like who's pooting it on purpose, but I've accidentally pooted mid-conversation with someone, and yeah, I've just rolled right on through it. Because if you address it, then you have to like...
Now it's awkward.
I'm sorry, I pooted. Yeah. You just got to keep it rolling.
And maybe they will second guess that it was a poot. There's no way that I could have played it off as anything else. Because I paused. And then I was like, so yeah. And girl, we mid talking about people. We talking dirty shit. And I'm pooting.
You smelling like dirty shit.
Cash Money Records. I'm clowning somebody and got the nerve to let out some gas.
At least it was somebody that you felt close to.
Yeah.
She's like it's still a coworker, but at least you felt close to them. Like it wasn't just a coworker that you can't fucking stand, or somebody.
If it would have been my other coworker, we could have laughed about it. But yeah,
that's funny.
Okay, let's hear yours.
Okay, this also has to do with bodily functions.
Okay, when does it not?
I used to work at this. It was a Department of Energy sector. It was in the Chicago area. And I worked security there. Can you imagine me in a security uniform guarding from the mean criminal? Okay.
But you ain't had nothing over there but birds. You wasn't defending that spot.
Birds and buffalo, Miss Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I definitely had a uniform. Like it was a whole thing. Well, we had different posts that you could work at, and you never knew which one you were going to be assigned to until you got there and checked in and all that. Where there were three separate entrances that you could be assigned to, where you had to like check people's badges and make sure they could come in, yada, yada, yada. Well, there was one, and this was the one that you wanted to be in. It was the newest one. The AC and heat worked just great. It was like sealed up. Some of the other shacks were literally just shacks, but this one was all glass. Like they could see you from either side a mile away.
Okay.
Well, when you're at one of those shacks, you have to be dependent upon someone who's in one of the vehicles to give you bathroom breaks.
Uh-oh.
I think about this on a daily basis. Like, I am so glad I never have to be in this position again. Because I drink too much water now.
Yeah,
Then
that's true.
I was like, water who? But, so I think it was at night. So it was like no one really coming through. It was not busy at all. And I want to say that I had either just eaten lunch or that I had just come back from a bathroom break not too long ago, but I had to pee again.
Uh-oh.
And it was starting to get worse.
Uh-oh. Worse.
So I was just like, shit, he just came through here. And you got to call it over the radio. So everybody knows you got to go again.
Oh, no. So
I was just like, I'm going to try and hold it. What can you do? What if he just swings back by for no reason because it was some bullshit? I don't know. So I'm waiting. It got to a dire point. Dire. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm going to try and pee in this cup.
No, that's a terrible idea.
Sitting on my desk. Extremely terrible. Who's going to do it anyway?
Do it anyway. What's going to happen if I flush this apple core down the toilet?
Because I'm impulsive. I'm going to try it.
Okay.
So I have a cup. Now, mind you, like I said, it's all windows. So I had to strategically place myself almost halfway sitting so that I could pee into this cup with no one being the wiser. Just
How big
in
was
case
this
someone
cup?
happened to see. It was a normal size cup. But I mean,
Small?
I don't know, maybe like this.
Okay.
But it was enough to hold all my pee without spilling.
Okay.
That wasn't the issue.
Okay.
So I got it done. Shock of the nation. Peed in the cup. Cup is full. I'm about to remove her and be like, oh, I feel so much better. Girl, somebody pulls up. Somebody pulls the fuck up. So I have to walk out there and check their ID.
Not somebody that works there?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm like, fuck.
Wait, you got to check somebody. This isn't a coworker of yours.
No, this is someone that works at this
So
facility.
you can't even like be on the radio and be like, hey, give me a second.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I physically have to walk outside and go look at their ID. So I'm trying to pull this cup out of my pants quickly at this point.
Uh-huh.
It spills all in my pants. The entire pee bucket in my pants. My pants are soaked.
I've never heard this story ever.
I know I told you this
No.
probably when it happened, and this was like 10 plus years ago. So, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, I did all of that for nothing.
You could have just peed your pants.
So, exactly. That would have been actually more comfortable to do. So then I had to walk out there. Luckily, our uniforms are black, so you would not notice if it was soaking wet. But I had to walk out and be like, okay, you have a great one. And scuttle back into my... So, and then had to call the guy anyway.
Did you have something to change it to?
No. But I had to tell him about it. I said, okay, so I was trying to be slick. And I spilled my pee on my pants. I mean, he could not stop laughing. Like, he gave me so much shit for that. And I was just like, I feel stupid.
As you should. Absolutely.
But relieved. Stupid, but relieved.
Wow. Wow, that's a good one. No, I've never heard that one. Very
Thank
good,
you.
Sissy.
Thanks.
That's it. That's our show. We leave ourselves vulnerable just for y'all to tear to shreds.
Bearing our souls.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads at SLMTY podcast. Join our public Facebook group called SLMTY podcast group. We get in there, we talk, we do polls, talk about other stuff that we don't even cover on the episode sometimes.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, SLMTY podcast. If you see anything while you're scrolling this week online on social media that you want us to cover, send it to us in a DM, tag us in whatever post, and we'll talk about it. Just like the one thing that you brought up briefly, I don't remember what it was though, but we'll cover it. You said somebody sent something. Oh, about Shaq and Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
And before you leave whatever app that you're listening or watching us on, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. 5-star only. That's all we accept. And leave a glowing review. And we'll read it on air. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll holla at y'all. Okay. We thinking about doing some bonus content.
Yeah.
Y'all would you be interested in that? Would you pay for that if it's
that's
something
the
different than what we do now?
We would be charging.
Let us know. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.